I have a great big bowl of cranberries. I had picked up some cranberries at Aldi's the other day for 99 cents a bag. I have my jars all clean. I grabbed some extra jars just in case. I wasn't sure how many I would need. I have my lids ready and I have my water ready. And we are going to do it the easy as pie way. I'm not making cranberry pie, although pie sounds very good about now. I may have to reward myself with pie when I'm done. We are just going to put these cranberries in our jars. We're going to fill the jars with water. And then we're going to put them in our water bath canner. So here we go. I'm going to add about 1.5 to 2 cups of cranberries per quart jar. I'm going to probably do close to probably close to 2 cups. Now some recipes that I read adds 1/4 cup of sugar to your quart jars. Sugar is optional, and so we are going to leave that out so that when we strain our cranberry juice, if we want to use it for a dessert or if we want to add other fruit to it to make like a cranberry grape or a cranberry raspberry juice, we could add the sugar accordingly. So and then I'm going to add 1 cup per pint jar. Just a little bit of cranberries left. Don't do that. I was gonna say you could take them out and just put them on the top off your jars with them, but I guess they're all over the table now. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna top these jars off with water. We're gonna do a 1-inch headspace, so that means right under the lip. Want to take your debubbler and you want to debubble your jars. Make sure you get all those air bubbles out. Make sure it's at the 1-inch headspace. You want to try and keep your cranberries underwater, but they have a mind of their own. They don't want to stay underwater. So just try and get that water debubbled and make sure that your water is right where the headspace needs to be. This one's a little full, so I think I'm just going to put a couple of these little babies in another jar. It would just make my canning heart feel better knowing they weren't right at the top there. Make sure that, okay, you're going to take a clean rag, you're going to wipe the lids of your jar, make sure that they are clean, and double check again for any cracks, which I did when I washed them and pulled them out of storage. I'm using my 4-jar canning lids. I absolutely love these. I've talked about these in videos before. Check them out on Instagram and social media. Everything that I've canned in these have sealed and I have been so happy. And our rings are going to go on finger tight. Another thing you want to check for is the lids of your jars. You always want to make sure there's no like dents or cracks in it. Sometimes I have some that are dented and those tend to not give a really good seal. Then I I will get these in my water bath canner that is on the stove, not on the same temperature of water I put in my jars, I put in my canner. We want to make sure that the temperature of the water is always the same when we're canning. So these will go in that water bath canner. Our jars are in the canner. The canner's on. We are going to wait for it to come to a rolling boil, and then we will set our time for 25 minutes. After 25 minutes is up, we will turn the heat off and take the lid off and let it come to room temperature. Take the lid off for about 10 minutes, and then we will take our jars out. And I will bring you back and show you how pretty they look. This lonely jar didn't fit in there, so I'm not sure what to do with her. You'll have to give me some ideas. I think I'm just going to stick it in the fridge right now, and maybe we'll throw it in with some smoothies. I was going to make some cranberry orange bread with dried cranberries. I don't know. We'll have to figure out. Cranberries are out. Aren't they just so lovely? That color is so pretty. God needs no filter, y'all. He doesn't. He just made things just like that. So we are going to let these sit overnight, and then we'll take our rings off and wash them down. All my lids sealed. So kudos to 4 jars. I love the lids, and I've had great success. Everything that I've canned, it has sealed. So I have turkey broth and turkey cranberries and apple slices, well, apple pieces. So if you want to try this easy as pie cranberry juice, I'd love to hear in the comments if you did and what you thought. They recommend you let this sit on your shelf once it's canned for about 4 to 6 weeks, and then the juice will be infused. You can let it go longer than that. The longer it goes, the more concentrated your juice is. So we are super excited to try this. Give it a try and let me know what you think, and come back for more canning videos.